Hey guys, it's Jim here. I really didn't want to make this video. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm not in a good mood. After about 2 weeks and interactions with UPS, they have lost and they can't find my 2018 Gibson Dove. Just as a summary here, I'm gonna give you a quick background on what happened. We knew we were moving from San Diego to Fort Myers, and the last time that we made a big move like that and we trusted movers, they lost a box of priceless things for my daughter at her baby shower from all of our friends that came from all over the country. And we have been really cautious ever since about if we were to ever move again and when we were ever to move again, how we were going to do it. So, in an effort to be extra safe, I packed up 3 boxes with guitars. I packed up the JV Strat with the Telecaster, the Jazzmaster, the McCarty 594, and then I packed up the Gibson Dove by itself. And I shipped them to myself, and I dropped them off myself at the San Diego Adams Avenue UPS store that would eventually, hopefully, get here to Fort Myers, Florida. And now I'm not sure what the hell happened, obviously, but 2 of the packages did show up. There were 2 guitars in each of those packages. The electrics all made it here fine. However, the Gibson, they don't know where it is. And I find that inexcusable, not just because obviously I'm pissed off because, they lost an invaluable instrument that was given to me, but I'm more so mad because how do you not have footage of that? Like, how do you not have cameras showing it? I mean, it's a gigantic box. We're not talking about, a pedal in a little box that can get lost easily. We're talking about a gigantic, heavy, substantial box that was, intended to be shipped to myself. And I gotta say, one thing that's really not in my favor here, I've never had to file a claim with UPS in the past, but the fact that I was both the shipper and the receiver, once I'm starting to file all this paperwork and stuff like that, it gets really messed up because it's all the same account and it won't let me kind of upload all of the forms and information I need in order to keep going on both sides of it. And I've been on the phone with multiple people for the last few weeks trying to figure out what is going on and where this is and how the hell they could have possibly lost a package like this. And today that came to a head. They told me to wait 8 business days. It's over 8 business days. I called today. I talked to not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. I talked to 8 different people, all of which kept telling me to wait on hold and they were going to transfer me for the next person, only for me to recycle and restart the entire process. And that phone call ended with them telling me to physically mail, which is, whatever at this point. I was so angry with talking to these people that I was happy to hang up the phone, to mail the shipper's end of the claim form to them, and that I would have a replacement or whatever money sent to me within 1 to 10 business days after that. And I know a lot of people get really pissed off in this country because when they go to call customer service, it is obviously outsourced to other countries such as India, Indonesia, and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to rant about that part because I've dealt with other companies that have had centers in those locations that have been fantastic. They've been very warm, they've been very welcoming, they've been very helpful. These people, you guys suck. And I think the reason that these guys suck is because they're not trained properly. That's the biggest thing. These people cannot handle any sort of pressing conflict. Because obviously I'm upset, but I'm an adult. I know how to control myself to try and work my way through a problem, especially one like this where I'm a little more mad than normal about it. But just to keep getting run around, I have not had one single person even say sorry. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know. I can't think of any other business where you'd have this kind of error on their end that's entirely their fault, where at least they don't give you a fake, like, yeah, man, I'm really sorry that happened to you. Nothing. No sort of compassion, no human element. You put the language barrier on top of that, and I mean, you're going to have a really frustrating time. And at the end of the day, I'm never going to use UPS again. I will go out of my way. I will spend extra to use FedEx, or if I'm shipping international, I'll just use DHL. This has just left such a bad taste in my mouth, and it's still not resolved. I mean, I don't know when it's going to get resolved. I assume it will get resolved. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that, they're not going to take care of it financially. And who knows how much they're actually going to give me for this, because that's a whole nother can of worms. And if you kind of search for these guitars, they're not easy to find. And they're specialty instruments. They're not mass produced in the same numbers that, normal Les Pauls or electric guitars are. So I mean, there's that aspect of it. There's just the whole principle of it and the way that all of my interactions have gone. I have not had one positive interaction with over 2 dozen people that I've talked to from UPS that made me feel at least calm that they have it under control and that they are going to take care of it. And I don't know, as a customer, that kind of they really they lost me on this. And while I've never asked you guys to share a video, if you would share this one, I would appreciate it. And not only just for my sake, but to warn anybody else. Because if this happens to you, because I know a lot of people that would not have reacted as well as I would have to all of this. And I do have a bit of a temper, but like I said, I'm composed. I do understand that mistakes do happen to an extent. But I mean, I cannot recommend this company. If you have something invaluable, then I would never trust them again. And that's it. That's where I'm going to end this video. I'm really unhappy with the customer service. Like I said, I know mistakes happen, but they're terrible. They're terrible. They're probably the worst out of any big corporation I've ever dealt with on this end of it. And I think that it needs to be addressed and it needs to be, corrected in the future if they want to have any hope of, staying long term. But, I'm just a little fish in a big pond. My guitar is worth pennies compared to what their revenue is. I get that, but still, I mean, I'm mad enough where I'm done with them forever. So we'll be back tomorrow with a video that's a little bit happier. And, until then, I'll take care.